What's going on YouTube? Drippy here again, and I'm going to try something a little differently. I am going to try and explain my thought process that's going on during a full game of me just defibbing, or me just trying to get defibs. I am playing on Flood Zone right now, and I'm using the 870 because I am trying to master the gun. But I'm just going to explain why I do what I do and why I'm successful at defibbing. There's going to be some pauses, in between because, it's a long game, so sometimes I'm not going to know what I'm going to or want to say. But this guy, see, I make sure I look around before I defib him. I'm trying to make sure no one's coming up behind me. Luckily for me, he did lay down. And so, on Flood Zone, I usually try to go watch the corners and everything, and right there, that's my buddy Robbie. I wasn't prepared for him right there. I saw him at first, but I, for some reason, looked a different direction to make sure there wasn't someone else there. And so, let's see where we spawn. Well, we're spawning in over here, and you'll also find out that I do use the bottom to travel. I never go up top. Because for one, I'm using a shotgun, so if I see someone across the map, I'm not going to be able to get them. But this is the easiest and fastest way to do it. And you'll also find out, while I'm trying to defib people, if I see someone in my sights, I'm going to have really bad tunnel vision, and I'm going to run past people. Now this guy, I see him up the top of this staffling, and I slow down just to make sure he's still there. And remember this guy's name, McLovin. This is one thing that I'm very good at, is I will make snipers change their class just for the point that they think I'm going to keep defibbing them. And that one right there, that was Robbie again, and I chose not to defib him is because he was actually running backwards. And technically, if someone's running backwards, averagely they're going to turn around. And so it was just smarter for me to shoot him because he probably would have turned right around right when I had my defibs out and I would have been caught with my pants down. You will also see that I rape my spotting button. I spot anything and everything that's out there. Even if I cannot get them, I will still try and spot them so at least other people can. And let's see here. So yeah, I'm using my bottom to travel, and so I'm just checking my corners, and I always watch my back because once you start defibbing people and you start pissing people off, you would be surprised how many people will actually come chasing you. Oh, and right here, this is interesting. I hand my controller over to a buddy because I had to go do a poorly executed pee. So I told him hide there for a second, don't get me killed. And that's what he did, and he did a good job. Let's see here. You'll also see that I'm trying everything I can to kind of stay hidden, try and be stealthy. I'm listening for the game cues. The game cues are the most important thing. I notice that I'm US, and so I'm looking for Chinese cues. And so here I'm just running around like a jackass. Sorry, I still got a cold, so if my voice sounds deeper than what it normally is, I really don't sound like this. Normally I sound like a 12-year-old girl. Let's see here. And so I'm still looking for people. Again, the best place is in this little room and up top. Or the sniper's perch. This right here was a very bad decision. I don't even notice that I don't even have my defibs charging. And I charge him as soon as he walked in rather than having him ready so I can zap him as soon as he comes in the door. But again, there's that McLovin. See how he changed his class? Now he's a medic. Let's see here. And so like I said, I use my stairs, I use the bottom, I'll go through the middle of the buildings, I'll never run through the top. And right here, there's your tunnel vision. I didn't even see that guy. I saw the guy on the mini-map that was above, and that was the one I was going for. And so, I didn't even notice that guy. Alright, this is actually one of the few times I guess you'll see me running on top, because I did see this guy on the mini-map, and I didn't want to jump down. And right here, I don't even know how I got killed. because there's no holes in the bottom of the wood. So that's, I think I just got diced on that. But again, I apologize that I got a cold, so I'm going to be sucking snot for you guys. So I spawn in. I'm using my bottom. I'm always going to be moving around. I'm never going to stay in one spot. And most likely I'll probably turn and look and make sure no one's following me. Oh, look at that. I was a moron. I didn't. And so, again, using my bottoms. I always try to run the outside of the map for the most part when I'm running on the bottom. Because usually on the other team, they will spawn you on the bottom, but they'll spawn you more towards the middle. And right here, I see 3 on the mini-map. And so, I'm going to use my scaffolding. Let's see how slow I can do it. And did you hear that cue? Someone was spotted, and that was actually the person that was to the left of me that probably could have been a better choice to get. But again, I saw 3 people. And then Robbie, I'm sorry, but you just got buzzed. And I'm pretty sure Robbie was pissed off at this round because I did a lot to him. And here, I should have laid down on that med pack for at least a second or 2 more, because I probably could have made it through that door. I just wanted to get away. So, alright. So, I'm waiting for my spawn. They spawned me in a pretty good spot. That's probably the best spawn you can get, as far as in this game, if you're trying to defib. As far as on this map. So, I'm sitting here looking for people. I hear footsteps, and I can't figure out where it's at, and then I see this one guy. This was risky right here, because there was a guy to my left, but luckily he got taken out. Again, I apologize, I'm sucking snot. And that was just horrible aim on my part. So I'll sit on my bed pack, and I'll sit and wait for people. I'll watch, hear me spamming the spot button. I hear footsteps below. And so I'm looking, because I didn't see anything on my mini-map. and that's actually a really dumb decision. Don't run and look at the scoreboard at the same time. Let's see. And that, I don't know how I died. Luckily, it was Robbie. And so I'll sit here and revive my health. That was actually just an easy kill. But that one, Robbie knew exactly where I was at. Robbie is one of those players, like how a lot of players are. You get killed by someone, you're going to run to the exact same spot you died at. And Robbie is smart, though, because he knows my tactics. He knows I'm going to be on bottom. So his best bet for me not to defib him is he always stays on top. And I believe at the end of this round, I did get a message by one guy saying that he tried to defib me, but he could never find me. Because, I mean, you do tend to piss off a lot of people when you're defibbing, so get ready for the hate mails, because they're going to be coming. Let's see, right there. Did you hear the cue? He did not have a silencer. He showed up on the mini-map. And then I watch my back first. I come in. And I keep making sure no one's behind me. And look who it is again. Sorry, Robbie. And right there, I saw that sniper shot come in. And I couldn't tell, and there he was, right there. I couldn't tell where it was coming from. But I saw the sniper trail. So I stayed in my little corner for a second. You know, and prepared for the onslaught that was coming. And so again, I pretty much run a loop. I go to the exact same spots. You have to really know the map you're playing in. And so I go to the exact same spots I know they're at. This guy, I probably should have shot him instead of throwing a grenade, but instead of wasting one, but he died anyway. Right there, that was some good twitch shooting on my part, and I suck at twitch shooting. And here, I heard people behind me, so I jump back. You know, I kind of get into a hidden position, then I go back up to see if he was there. And spamming my spot button, And I decide, well, there's no threat. So at this point, I think I'm doing alright. I don't remember what the scoreboard said. I think I'm a couple above positive. I didn't even see what that said. That was too fast for me. But the game's close. The game is way close. And so now I want to try and not make any stupid decisions, because I want the team to win. And right there, that's tunnel vision. I did not even see that guy on the left, but luckily I turned around because I heard his footsteps. That's the bad part of defibbing, and the bad part of me is you get so in tuned on trying to find someone, you don't even notice people that are actually right in front of you. And this is a dumb decision. I never do this. I never stand in a doorway. But luckily, I didn't get shot. And so I'm just going to keep going down. See, here's another example how I use the middle of the buildings rather than actually going through the top. And I'm always hopping around. I'm trying to be a moving target. That right there, I spotted him, but I had a shotgun. I knew he was going to outplay me from that distance. So my only chance was to try and run behind cover, put down a med pack, and catch him rounding the corner. But it did not turn out that well. So I'm waiting to spawn. I don't know what I'm doing. I think I'm looking at the mini-map right now, trying to decide where people are at. Right there. I hear sniper fire. And I look on my mini and I see him in that room. And again, of course, I'm always watching my back. People do tend to chase after me. And I see that dead guy right there. And so I first check this corner. And then I see two people up there. I can't tell if they're on the bottom floor or if I can't tell on the room. Now this was a really smart decision on me. I see this guy right here. I decide not to go after him because I saw the 320. And so then I just shot the 320 guy. And luckily, since I didn't go after that guy, I didn't die. And this guy was freaking Houdini. I have no idea where that guy went. And then since we had two people spawn right there, then that pretty much tells me he's nowhere around that area anymore. And then that guy blocking the doorway. Alright, I saw the guy on the left on my mini-map, and so I kind of try and peek the corner first, spamming my spot button. And I believe he got shot, and so I decided not to go after him, but see what's going on here. See, the game's almost over, and it's a pretty damn close game, and I'm already 14-7, so I'm not having too bad of a round. And then I look on my mini, and I see two people over there, and I see one guy that's above me, and I don't hear him shooting, but here I hear someone shooting right here, and luckily, it happened to be Robbie again. So he probably wasn't too happy with this round. I did end up killing him quite a few times. And right there I hesitated. I kind of hid in that little corner because all he had to do was turn just a quarter of his direction and he would have saw me and straight shot me. So it looks like this is going to be just about the end of the round. If you guys are new here, I appreciate it, and I'd appreciate if you subscribe, hit that like button if you like what you hear. But since there was a ton of defibs on this already, you are not getting your daily dose of defibbing.